Good evening and welcome to another episode of Draft TV. I am your host, your main man Marcus, aka I Got Bills. And this episode is being brought to you by all the people in Long Island who are going through the struggle. All the people who have bills have gotten together and pooled together their pennies, dimes, nickels, and a few Canadian buffalo coins to be found in the back of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And put them together and bring you a hot episode, alright? You don't want to miss it because today's episode is being featured artist is none other than the legendary Bronx MC KRS-One, who recently made a stop through the cop shop, and we got an exclusive interview for you guys. You don't want to miss that, plus much more. Stick around, check the episode out. I'll be right back. Rough Draft TV, you know what it is.
Or you just be bowling, it's like a Jesse, brother, that's just me, and that's just my
When the five dollars death, rap the death. Step aside, little shit, it's no time, yeah. Just going down the long, we inside spots, rock and roll, you know the M.O.
now this
Check.
everything is new. Now tell me what the fuck
That's it. That's picture.
Come over there.
Good.
TJ, what's up, y'all? We in the building. Yo, what up?
fall in love with
You got your original joint.
fall in love with
Look at that.
love is gonna sneak right up and snuff you from
You know
the
what?
line.
Before we get started,
Check the story out as we go down the line.
You know what? Ease back on that. I'm gonna talk for a minute. Listen, turn my mic up. Listen to this. First of all, everybody, yeah, y'all in the back, come on up here. Yeah. No doubt. I don't know if I need this really, yeah? Yeah, you can turn it. Woo! Somebody's mixing. Am I supposed to sign that? He's signing mixes. So look, first of all, this is great. It's an honor to be here. And I don't usually come, to in stores, record stores like that unless, it's some big whoop-de-doo event and so on. But my man worked hard at bringing me here and getting us here, getting us in between our schedule. We just drove in from Washington, D.C. We're actually all over the place, but, Washington, D.C. was where we was last night. We did a show. There last night with a whole bunch of people. But one thing you should know, first of all, the website, templeofhiphop.org, and you can go there and get...
Yo, what's up, Blast Master KRS-One? This jam is kicking. Word. Yo, what up, D Nice? Yo, what's up, Scott La Rock? Yo, man, we chillin' the Funky First Jam. I want to tell you a little something about us. We're the Boogie Down Production Crew. And due to the fact that no one outside the doing time it was, we have to tell you a little story about where we come from. South Bronx, the South Bronx, 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 the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx.
Style is terrific. Well, let's be specific. Richie Ruckus is the difference.
Tell me this style is
So with the history, bro. Richie Ruckus, you want me to rap cards, KRS-One, babe. Really, like, seriously, stop, please. We got more. Well, I tell you, I didn't name myself. They call me Richie Ruckus. I got a whole different name, kid. So, I'm humble now, like, but fuck it.
So what are you doing right now?
Right now, mixtapes and beats, that's it.
Give information where to get that shit.
Huh?
Give information where to get it.
Get what?
All your stuff.
Oh, no, I'm hip-hop, kid. We're not like, You want to get it, you call me. Like, you can't find me on the computer. No, that's bullshit. Word of mouth, through the streets. I'm a street guy, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not your MySpace fellow, all right? I'm not MySpace friendly at all. I don't even know how to use that shit.
So what store then got your CD right now?
Your CD?
Yeah.
What?
Both of them. What store got your 2 CDs right now?
I got distribution, B. I'm 50 State Wide, like, Top Shop here got it. Who else got it? I don't know, I can't name them all.
One thing to know, it's important to know this, because you may feel that, you know, where you live or where you're at, that, you know, it's hard to make it or get yourself heard, etc., etc. I started my career in 1986 with a song called The South Bronx. And it was on that album, Criminal Minded. But back in the days, you know, the Bronx wasn't really happening. The Bronx wasn't really on the map. Grandmaster Flash and Treacherous 3 and Cold Crush Brothers and all these people had already came out in the 70s. And by the time we got to the 80s, it was all about Brooklyn, it was about Queens. Run DMC, LL Cool J, Houdini, they were the huge acts of the day, Fat Boys, so on. And then it was Brooklyn with all the underground stuff. And Manhattan and the Bronx really wasn't saying much. But what I say all of this to say that the fastest way to get yourself heard is to blow up your own neighborhood. And we started that in the South Bronx, the first time somebody even shouted out their hood, so to speak, and it worked. I thought I was just speaking to, you know, my block, my crew right here, and we're just gonna have this little MC battle with this other guy named MC Shen. They were from Queens, so I said, look, I'm just gonna say the South Bronx just for the South Bronx. But it turns out that me shouting out the South Bronx, Brooklyn wanted to hear it, Manhattan wanted to hear it, Jersey wanted to hear it, Connecticut wanted to hear it, and then it branched out, Philadelphia, Washington, all down to I-95, and then eventually the United States. So this was a shock to us. And I bring this to you because here you are in a place, you know, like this obscure little town. You actually have a main street. That just made me laugh. Like, I was like, Main Street? When's the last time I was on Main Street? But nonetheless, you'd be surprised where real talent is coming from these days. And if you got the heart to really, you know, shout out where you come from, what's going on in your neighborhood, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter what it is, but just shout out where you're from, what's going on in your hood, where you from, in your crew, where you're at, you'd be surprised the whole world wants to hear about where you're from. You may say, man, there's nothing going on around here. This is just where I live, and I got to get to Los Angeles.